We have previously talked about using context clues to determine the meaning of words. We've talked about definitions, examples, synonyms, and antonyms. Today, we are going to be trying to determine the meaning of a few words that we can look before and after the sentence with the word to search for clues like the definition, examples, synonyms, and antonyms. This is a few sentences from an article you are going to be reading today. I'm going to read these sentences and then we're going to point out a word and see if we can't find the definition. In addition to being beautiful, monarchs have an amazing story. Monarch butterflies travel as many as 100 miles a day during their 3,000-mile migration south from Canada and the northern United States to Mexico, where they spend their winters. As they travel, monarchs smell with their antennae to find food. Now, there's a word in here that I'm not quite sure we know what it means. Some of you may know, but we all may not know. I think it's the word migration. Let's take a look at the word migration. See if we can't figure out what it means, what the definition is. And maybe there's some words before and after. Maybe they gave us the definition. Is there another word that's kind of been repeated a few times? Let's take a look. Here I have found the word travel shows up a couple of times. So this is an example of them using the definition to tell us what migration means. But remember, we can also look for examples. So did they give us an example of what this means? What does it mean to travel? When we tell somebody that we're traveling, what do we usually say to them? And maybe we can look for those words. Yes, we found it. From Canada and the northern United States to Mexico. Usually when we tell somebody that we've traveled, we tell them where we're going. So we're going to Mexico, or maybe where we're from. That shows us that we're traveling. So I also want to point out that even though that's like an example, I also want to know that travel is a synonym for migration. So I think that migration means to travel. See, that was easy, or maybe simple. Anyway, we can definitely do it. And now it is your turn. On the back side of your notes, you are going to find that there is an article in the article of the day that you are going to be clicking on and reading. You're going to read monarch butterflies with milkweed. You will see that you are going to be looking for understanding the meaning of protection and pollinators. You may know what these words mean, but let's go back into the passage in paragraphs 3 and 5. Look for words that help us understand the meaning. Maybe they give us some examples, and write those down. And now that you have completed this workshop activity, you can glue this into your journal. Remember, a strip of glue will do, a press will help it rest. After, write it in your TOC. Then you'll be free.